The New England Patriots are 2 days away from getting back on the football field and facing the Arizona Cardinals in Week 15. So on today's show, I just want to break down two pieces of injury news that I do think can help the Patriots possibly win this game on Sunday. But if not, it's just great news to hear that these two players could be moving on the right path to getting back in a Patriots uniform. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys have shown this channel over this season. And I know that you guys have honestly looked at this player for quite some time now and asked me, Allie, when is he coming back? Well, the good news is Cole Strange is making a ton of progress to get himself back on the football field. As we know, he was our first-round draft pick back in 2022, where he played 17 games that season. And then he played 10 games in 2023 when he did suffer that torn patellar tendon that has now kept him out for the rest of 2023 and the majority of 2024. The 6'5", 310 offensive lineman obviously would make a huge impact on the New England Patriots right now if he were to play, but that's the question, right? Is he going to play? Well, here's the latest news that we do have here about Cole Strange and kind of what this would mean for Cole Strange help possibly playing for the Patriots on Sunday. He was recently elevated from the PUP list, but he has not played since December 17th in 2023, and he is currently working out at that center position. So this is what you need to know, is that he has been practicing. He has been taking live snaps at that center position, hopefully getting back to where he needs to be in order to play possibly this Sunday, if not at least maybe in Week 16 when the Patriots do take on the Chargers. So before I move on to more of what this would mean for Cole Strange and really for the Patriots, well, I want to ask you guys this question right here. If you're glad that Cole Strange is back, at least in pads, at least at practice, go on ahead and like this video for me. If I have 200, 300 likes, I'll know that 200 and 300 people are excited to have Cole Strange back. And we never know if he's on YouTube, he sees these likes. It could mean a lot for the offensive lineman that has truly been through so much with this injury recovery, because honestly, it was more than I even knew when I did my research on it. You start to just really feel for these athletes. I mean, they put their bodies out there on the line just for us fans to enjoy it each and every week. But Strange's rehab was definitely one that's going to stick with him for a while. The lineman said he had to relearn how to walk, squat, run, and jump. You know, obviously things that I know myself I take for granted. But it's been a long year for Cole Strange to finally be able to put pads back on. So hopefully when he does come back, we know that he's 100% and he's ready to play the sport that he has given so much to. And this would obviously make a huge impact in terms of the New England Patriots and what this would mean for the last 4 games of the season. And you know, people out there like Drake May, he's really trying to make a name for himself the last 4 games of the season. Even Jerod Mayo, he's been trying to win the last 4 games of the season. So when you have a guy like Cole Strange that's now coming in off the PUP list, we do know that he practiced for the first time on Wednesday, where he did take live snaps at that center position. So we know that he is making progress. Will he be ready for Sunday's game? That's going to be the question that's going to be on a lot of people's minds. We're going to have to wait and see. But Cole Strange recently did speak out about what this recovery process was look like and what it would mean for him to get back out on that field. And Strange said it was very frustrating because I felt the same way. I felt like for the first time being in the league, I kind of had gotten into the swing of things. You know, my rookie year, I felt like I got better. And at the end of the year, I was playing better. Then last year, I was injured off and on, which we unfortunately knew that. But then at the end, I felt like it kind of clicked with me. It was extremely aggravating, but it is what it is. And here we are. So Cole Strange is now trying to put that injury behind him and moving on. And when you look at a guy like Strange, obviously in 2022, he was a rookie. So you really, in my opinion, can't gauge how well a player is going to be based on his rookie year because he has to establish himself in the NFL. Then halfway through 2023, it wasn't terrible, but he wasn't playing as well as he was his rookie season. 5 sacks allowed in 17 games, which isn't terrible considering what the Patriots offensive line has done this year. 17 hurries allowed, 23 pressures allowed, and he played almost 1,000 snaps at that center position. Once again, now that we have been struggling without David Andrews, we picked up somebody like Ben Brown. You could really benefit from Cole Strange being back at that center position, which is kind of where they're thinking of putting him back in. And the injury update I'm going to give you guys in the back half of the show does also have to deal with the offensive line. But now that you have Layden Robinson back at your left guard, you put Cole Strange right there at your center position, Mike Onwenu at your right guard, DeMontre Jacobs at your right tackle position. I do think this does elevate the offensive line. Is it as good as somebody like David Andrews? No. But I do think it's better than Ben Brown possibly being at that depth chart right behind Cole Strange right there. So my question now to you guys is, am I just completely in the dark here? Am I just thinking way too much about Cole Strange and maybe trying to remember the good parts and not so much the bad parts of Strange's game? So I already asked you guys if you are excited that Cole Strange is back. Go on ahead and like this video. But now my next question for you guys is, does Strange help the offensive line? I'm going to say yes. I think that his numbers obviously elevate the offensive line there with his PFF grade that he had, a season and a half ago now. But go on ahead and type Y for yes and type in for no. While you guys are doing that, I do want to tell you really quickly about our sponsor here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Let me go on ahead and tell you guys about the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America. I'm talking about Prize Picks. I play Prize Picks every single game day, and here's why you guys should as well. You can make your holidays bigger and brighter with Prize Picks, and you can join now because the holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. Not to mention it's super easy to play. All you guys have to do is just pick more or less on a player's projected stats, and you can win up to 200 times your money when you do win. So if you guys want to go on ahead and download Prize Picks right now, all you guys have to do is just download the app, use promo code CLNS. This will give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Download the Prize Picks app. Use promo code CLNS. This will give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. The other injury news I want to talk about here is that Caedan Wallace has returned to practice. This is huge for the 3rd-round pick that we secured this last year. This rookie, I think he had truly made an impact as much as he possibly could as a rookie before he did get injured, but it has actually been a while since we have seen Caedan Wallace play for the New England Patriots. Of course, he did get injured around the same time that we did lose Jabril Peppers also as well. And when you look at a guy like Caedan Wallace and what he could possibly bring to the offensive line as soon as this week, I think it really does make a difference. He opened his 21-day practice window last week. He hasn't played since week 4, which was against the San Francisco 49ers. And then obviously you're thinking, Allie, IR is only 4 weeks. What happened? He just wasn't ready to come back, which is a little bit scary to think about. But it's also kind of good because now you know they really took their time here with the rookie, made sure they weren't rushing anything about bringing him back. And he has taken 40 snaps at that left tackle position so far this season, which is where I think he can really make the most impact. And that's where I was talking about with that offensive line that I brought up. If you bring Cole Strange back and you possibly get Caedan Wallace back here on your offensive line, I think he's your best option at left tackle. I just don't think that Verdarian Lowe has been a great option the last couple of games. I think his penalties have been hurting the team more than he has been helping them at that left tackle. Has he been horrible? No. But the PFF grades that Caedan Wallace was putting up are better than Verdarian Lowe's right now. 62.9 the pass block. Obviously, the run block wasn't his biggest strength. But overall, 55.1 PFF grade for the rookie. And I'm just going to say this real quick. This isn't a good PFF grade. It's really not compared to most offensive linemen in the league. But the Patriots also don't have the best offensive lineman room in the league. So you kind of got to take what you can get. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, we need him back immediately. He's so great. But it could be better than what we're dealing with right now. So with Caedan Wallace now possibly returning to games here so soon, the reason why I think this is the perfect time for Wallace to make an impact is because Jerod Mayo said that these next 4 games, he really wants to see what the younger guys can do, which I think is a great decision by Mayo because now you need to figure out what you need in the offseason. You're not playing for the Super Bowl. You're not playing for the postseason this year. So figure out what you have in your depth and then go out in the draft and go out in free agency and bolster the positions that you need. So we could see a lot of Caedan Wallace here in these next 4 games if he is healthy enough to play. And I do think this would be the perfect time to bring Caedan Wallace back because you have the number 1 strength of schedule in your remaining games. You have the Cardinals, Bills, Chargers, Bills. Loss. The Cardinals have 35 sacks through 13 games. Another piece of these last 4 games is to keep Drake May as healthy as possible. You do not want a lingering injury heading into the offseason. So you want to protect his blind side. Get Caedan Wallace back out there if he is healthy to go. And something else that, could make an impact on Wallace on the field is that he's actually been hanging out a lot with David Andrews, who obviously went on the IR, the season-ending injury, around the same time that Caedan Wallace was opted into the IR. So they have obviously been recovering together, and he's gotten to spend a lot of time with the veteran, the captain. I think this could obviously help the confidence of somebody like Caedan Wallace. Just having that wisdom passed on from Andrews to Wallace could be great, and they've spent a lot of time with him. So if he does end up playing on Sunday, one thing I'm going to watch is David Andrews on the sideline and possibly how he maybe mentally helps Caedan Wallace through those motions there as well. But we will have to find out a little bit more here once it gets a little bit closer to game time. And, of course, I will be live for that game as well. So my question for you guys, should Wallace start on Sunday? If you think yes, go on ahead and like this video. I will be live on Sunday for the Patriots versus Cardinals game. Come hang out with me. Let's have some fun. Let's see how the Patriots do in their final 4 games of the season. As always, if you guys haven't already, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me.